Hey YouTube, I've got a question for you. Do you need a business coach or a success coach or a life coach in order to be good as an entrepreneur? Well, to answer that, we're going to be baking a chocolate cake right now. To answer this question, think about time. Time is really the most valuable resource that you have. And yes, you can get good at really anything on your own, but if you've got an expert in your life, you're going to accelerate that learning. The metaphor is this. If you were to bake a chocolate cake, and you can go to the library and get books just like this, the Betty Crocker cookbook, and yeah, she knows what she's doing, and yeah, you can read it and cook the chocolate cake in here. But as you're doing that, how good are you going to be at the final product? The other option is to go out and find the world's best chef, the guy who just makes the top chocolate cake in the world. And what if you were to pay him for his time to sit with him for 1 hour in his kitchen? This is the concept called putting the cook in the kitchen. And when you do that, you get to stand next to him or her, take notes, put your hands in the flour with him or her, and just learn, because they have put in 30 years or 50 years or however long into designing the perfect chocolate cake. And if you can sit with them for an hour, you can extract so much knowledge out of them. So that's the concept of a business coach. Now, to get into the metaphor, let's make a cake. All right, time to make a cake. Let's see what Betty Crocker has for us here. Page 94, chocolate cakes. 2.5 cups all-purpose flour, or 2.5 cups cake flour. What's the difference, Betty? I don't know. I think I've got all-purpose flour, and I don't know what's gonna taste better. Look, I don't even have 2 cups. Give me just a sec. 2 cups, all-purpose flour. Get this thing out of here. Dump that in. Try again. 2 cups, 2.5 cups. Here's the problem with reading something on your own. The instructions are there, but she's clearly stated all-purpose flour or cake flour. What's the difference? Does it taste better, one or the other? I don't know. The book doesn't tell me that, and I don't have Betty Crocker next to me to answer that question, so how in the heck am I supposed to make the best chocolate cake ever? Okay, flour is in. Next, 1 2/3 cup sugar. I don't even think I have that much sugar. Look at this thing. All right, that's a lot of sugar. 2/3. Do I have 2/3? I got 1/3. So when you're trying to learn something new, I consider myself a fairly smart guy. I love reading books. I love going to Barnes & Noble or just getting online and learning a new skill. And I can usually pick something up pretty quick. But even with reading the best books in the world, you're gonna have questions. I have spent my life saying, this is something I wanna get really good at. Who is the best person at that skill? I'm gonna connect with them somehow and ask them how much an hour of their time is. And I've done that in all of my hobbies, in running my business. Yes, I have a success coach. He meets with me once a month. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Next. Oh, butter or margarine. Sorry, I don't have that. 2/3 cup baking cocoa. Chocolate chips, Betty? Is that gonna work? Because they're kind of like distant cousins, cocoa and chocolate chips. That should work. I don't know. Boom, boom, boom. It's like emerald. Bam, bam, bam. That just got flour all over my office. 1 teaspoon salt. Teaspoon of salt. I don't have teaspoons, so we'll pinch. 1 teaspoon vanilla. Big problem, Betty. Since you're not here with me and I'm trying to figure this out on my own, is that the fancy Mexican vanilla that I got on my cruise when I went with my wife, or is that vanilla concentrate? I don't even know what the difference is. What about vanilla, imitation vanilla, or vanilla extract? Or all you're telling me is 1 teaspoon vanilla. It's like Russian roulette. We'll put some of that in there. Way more than 1 teaspoon. Awesome. Okay, 2 large eggs. What's a large egg, really? Honestly, is that small, medium? These feel kind of big. They've been sitting out for a while. They're like super hot, so I kind of don't want to crack these because they're probably going to stink. So we'll just do that. Okay, fudge frosting. Yeah, we don't have that. Okay, so now you're supposed to mix all this up. And oh look, I got the stirring thing in there still. You mix all this up, and then I'm supposed to heat the oven to 300. Anyway, this goes on and on. The instructions are here, and the problem is I can find issues with almost every step of the instructions. Just like in life, when I get something coming at me in my business, well, does that mean this or this or this? And if you've got somebody who's been there, who knows what they're doing, you're gonna get there a lot faster. The next problem is I don't have a stove. We could microwave this, but yeah, I'm not gonna microwave it. Let's move on. So the cake failed, and I don't know what to do with this. I gotta clean my office now. But the concept is this, guys. Having a business coach or a success coach can be super valuable because they can walk you through this stuff in life and answer your questions. But here is the big problem. Not all coaches are created equal. In fact, a lot of them are not very good. So how do you tell which ones are good and which ones are bad? Well, don't sign any contracts with them for like 2 or 4 or 6 years. Just jump on the phone with them and have a free consultation and gauge their passion for you and for your goals, and make sure that they're gonna hold you accountable, and make sure they're gonna push you into, the person that you want to become. I have a big announcement for you guys. I'm actually flying my business coach out here. He is one of the head coaches for the Tony Robbins company. His name is Michael Savage. He is going to be spending some time with us and has agreed to do an interview with me on entrepreneurship and running a business. In case you don't know, you might have heard of Michael Savage, but he has coached amazing companies like Zappos and all sorts of crazy things to help them build culture and get more profitable. And we're gonna just jam together and share that with you, and it's going just to be awesome. So bring a pen and a paper, and I will let you know when that is coming out. It will be in the next probably month or so. I hope you liked what you saw today, guys. Have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to know if you're using a business coach or a success coach or whatever you want to call it. How's that relationship going, and what tips do you have for making that a profitable experience for you and for your company? Also, if you haven't yet done it, click subscribe. It's that big, beautiful red button over there somewhere. That will give you access to all of the videos that we do in the future so that you can master your company finances.